So what we are looking at here, folks, is we are looking at the free edition of the dashboard. And if you browse on over to appgovscore.com, there'll be a big button on the side that is purple like Barney the dinosaur, and sign up. You will, after a few minutes, after the application crawls your tenant, get a view like this. And this gives you the score and it gives you the information tiles. So you can see very quickly that you have some things that you want to address. And if nothing else, this gives you a really good starting point, including the things that we scare our management with. Red means bad. So in this instance, we've got 9 app registrations with public client flows, and we covered public client flows in season 1 and why they were so bad and so harmful, not only for your reputation, but also for your security, because the security equals null. So anything more than a 1 should trigger something in red. However, let's move over to the standard edition. So as soon as we are in the standard edition, we can see that we've got more detail, as well as these cards light up with a lot more detail. And the left-hand side lights up in terms of the reports that we have. Now in the report view, and I wish I had more time to go through this exhaustively, but I won't exhaust you. I'll just point out that we have applications with a star next to them. That means that this is available in the Enterprise Edition. And if you think that's not that exciting, some of the hunting reports are actually properly exciting, where you've got things like business email compromise as a pre-canned report. And if you think that's not exciting, I'd like to remind you of Midnight Blizzard, where things got properly exciting really quickly. But in terms of the context, what we talked about today, how easy is it to do this in the app and with PowerShell if we know what you're doing? So I'm going to take you through 3 reports. The first is certificates with non-standard expiration. And what we can see here, we have certificates that should not expire this far in the future. So if we consider the standard authentication time for a certificate, and this is a certificate, not a client secret, mind you, we want to consider that certificates rotate much quicker as opposed to much longer. Did that make sense? I think it did. So we don't want certificates that are super long-lived. Why? Because if that certificate is in any way compromised, if you've lost that private key, then, well, it's really hard to put the genie back in the bottle. So we start with certificates that have got non-standard expiration. We can see the detail on that. So moving on, how do we know the applications that we have? In this case, we've got about 135 of them, and there's a lot to do here. We can see applications that have got client secrets, and we can instrument the secret really easy, as well as when that secret expires. Now, just to point out how easy this is, this in a single view is not incredibly easy to do in your Entra Blade. And the value that we have in this is that we're able to, at a glance, look at what we have and then what we need to remediate. Lastly, I want to talk about client certificates that are about to expire. So about to expire also means about to cause an outage. So if I consider that on the 28th of June, that's 4 days away, this application will indeed stop working. So my 10,000 foot plans application will no longer be doing any type of planning for me at all. And if I only knew about this on the day when it died, it probably wasn't the best place to find out. So reporting's cool, but notifications are better. So let's have a quick look at what we can do from an alerting point of view. And I'm just going to show you the fact that alerting exists. So we talked about 3 scenarios here, and we can instrument 2 of those really quickly, because we want to talk to the monitoring portion of what we're doing from an application management point of view. So I can create an alert for both the expiring certificates as well as the expiring secrets. Both of those give me the opportunity to get in front of an outage because that application is no longer available, no longer picking up the phone, no longer allowing you to authenticate, either via a secret, which is, as we discussed earlier, much harder to remediate because that secret is coded somewhere in a code base, or a certificate, which is easier to do because we can rotate that certificate via a supported mechanism. Now, I just want to call out at this stage that if you spent money for a third-party application that supports credential rotation via secret management, you still need to be aware that you have those secrets out there when they expire and the fact that you need to rotate those.
7-day trial to Credential and Monitor. There we go. So what Nick was showing you inside of the Blade, outside of the standard Pro and Enterprise versions of appgovscore.com or AppGov Score, you are able to actually go and sign up for your AppGov Score. You'll get that little thing, the little dashboard thing that gives you a score. Red means bad. At the same time, you'll be able to look at secrets and certs that are expiring, expired, or have the long-running until 2031 thread that you saw Nick demo. And it's important that you actually go look at that,